All right, guys, today we're going to be going over the top 5 setups of the week called inside of the Easy Trades Discord. We're going to be going over each trade step by step, breaking it down to you guys, the thesis behind the trade, what strategy we're using, all that good stuff. So before we jump into this video, I just want to shout out the Pro Discord. We've posted maybe 20 trades in the past week. I think 18 of them are winning. I think 2 are losses and around 18 are winning. Now, our pro coach, Jay, called like 10 to 15 setups in the lives alone. So I'm not going to include those in this video because all of those setups look the same. All of these 5 trades that I'm going to be showing you guys have a different setup for each trade. Okay, so they look slightly different. So I can show you guys the context behind each trade and why these work. So without further ado, let us jump into it. At number 5, we have Ethereum. Okay. This was just a textbook setup. I told you guys in advance exactly what I wanted to see. This played out perfectly. We're still in this trade. TP1 has been hit. Our stop loss is now below this low right here. So this trade was entered using our manipulation model, which I talk about all the time. So we're in an uptrend. Obviously, Ethereum is bullish. So I am looking for long positions, okay? I saw we had that sweep of external liquidity. Okay, this is a major low. Okay, this is not an internal liquidity level. This is a major external liquidity level. We also got that inverse fair value gap on the 12-hour time frame. Now, normally, I would just enter the trade after this candle closure, but I didn't really have a big enough edge in this trade, right? Because if I put my stop loss below this low, my risk to reward is just over a 1 risk to reward. So instead of entering here, I waited for a retrace of that 12-hour inversion, move my stop loss up below the low that we had swept, and this was my trade. So by moving my entry and just waiting for that retest, I actually got a much better risk to reward, right? Like a 1.2 risk to reward, then changed to now almost a 4 risk to reward ratio. We got filled perfectly on that trade. Going down to a lower time frame, you can see that we had some buy signals here on our algo as well as we were sweeping those lows. And this was the 1-2 setup. Very easy trade setup there on Ethereum. I also call this on the YouTube channel for free. Absolute banger setup there on Ethereum. Okay, the second trade was another Bitcoin long that I called inside the Pro Discord. This was again using our manipulation model with a twist. There were a ton of confluences here for this trade. Obviously, daily trend is bullish. Go down to a 4-hour time frame. I saw that we were retesting these previous highs here and delivering from a 4-hour bullish fair value gap. So as price came down to this level, I was looking for long positions. Going down to an hour time frame, I saw that we had that 1-2 setup, meaning we saw a break of structure to the upside, and then I was waiting for a retest of this key EzAlgo support level and our local golden pocket fib. Price came right down to this level, and then on a lower time frame here, we saw that manipulation model, price sweeping this low into an inverse fair value gap, buy dot on the oscillator. That was our entry trigger. I didn't personally get into this. I said I would rather long Ethereum, but I did call this out. This was a good setup, and this hit full take profit, right? Targeting these equal highs right here and moving the stop loss to break even at the most recent structure high. This one was a straight 2.3 risk to reward ratio trade, depending on where you put your stop loss. All right, we are back. Camera just died, but it's all good. So as I was saying, right, we have our higher time frame point of interest, which in this case was our 4-hour bullish fair value gap and retesting those previous all-time highs. So this was a breakout and retest. Also talk about this on this channel as well. So perfect entry there. But for the most amount of confirmation, you want to wait for that 1-2 setup to follow, which is where we got our entry here on Bitcoin. Very easy setup. Okay, moving on to number 3, we have NASDAQ, okay? This was a really good trade on Wednesday, okay? If we go to a 1-hour time frame, we can see that our draw on liquidity was higher for the day. We already saw that 1-2 setup. Price was grinding higher, so we were looking for that continuation play to take out these highs right here. And then if we jump down to a 1-minute time frame, we obviously had market open. This trade was also valid. This was a stop out trade, but then we got that bullish momentum sweep of internal liquidity into that inverse fair value gap on the 1 to 3 minute time frame. So this was not an A+ setup. This is probably like a B+, A- setup, but this did run to our strong draw on liquidity for around a 1 to 6 risk to reward. I don't think anyone held the full TP, but even to this high right here was around a 1 to 3 risk to reward. So beautiful trade there on NASDAQ. Keeping things simple. This one wasn't too crazy, just using the manipulation algo to catch this one. Coming in at number 2, we have a cheeky little gold trade here that a few of our members caught. Guys, this was an A+ setup. Like, this was a phenomenal setup. This combines like two main strategies that I use into one. So obviously gold is bullish. We're trending to the upside. We are looking for price to continue to these highs right here, which was our full take profit. And this was a trade on the 5-minute time frame, right? Break of structure to the upside with displacement, retracing into our local golden pocket fib, which again is the 0.618 and 0.65 Fibonacci retracement levels. Bullish momentum confirms on this candle right here. But for the most amount of confirmation, we want to wait for that inverse fair value gap. And you can see this was a very clear V-shaped reversal. We were also delivering from this 15-minute bullish fair value gap as well for some more confluence. So this was just an A+ setup all around. Beautiful entry, stop loss below this inverse fair value gap, moving your stops to break even at the most recent structure high, and then targeting that external liquidity as full TP for around a 1 to 3 risk to reward. Easy, okay? A+ setup, this happens all the time. This is what I'm talking about when I say V-shaped reversal, right? Sharp move down, sharp move up, bullish momentum, volume on the oscillator flips right around here as we're inversing, as we're reclaiming the low. Textbook setup there on gold. By the way, these are in no particular order. One setup is not better than any other setup. And at number 1, we have XRP, called by our analyst Neil. He's been absolutely crushing it inside the Discord as always. This was a very easy trade, guys, right? Bullish momentum. We have the manipulation model right here. This is your first entry. And then the second entry was on the breakout of that bearish trend line. I normally don't take breakout trades, but the draw on liquidity was obviously, we also had already taken out these major external lows. So in a situation like this, the likelihood of price coming down lower after you reclaim this low is very small. Okay, you're most likely going to continue to the upside, which we did. Got this entry to a T inside the Pro Discord. Banger trade, still running after TP 1 and 2. That's how it's done, guys. That's gonna be it for the top 5 EzAlgo setups of the week. If you guys are not inside the Pro Discord already, what are you doing? Click the first link in the description below. Get access to our trading indicators. Follow the trades of full-time analysts. We're doing this day in, day out. You guys see it on this YouTube channel. Same shit every day, guys. Rinse and repeat. The shit is clockwork. So click the first link in the description below to join the group. Leave a like on the video if you have found value. Subscribe to the channel for more trading content. And I will see you guys next video.